It's Saturday night and I'm in Orlando. I spoke today and talked about creating value, talked to a group of salespeople who are trying to do much, much better work, and they're in the middle of a transformation. And twice today I've seen this statistic, so I just wrote a blog post about the demise of cold calling, a rebuttal, because some friends wrote a post with 16 what they call facts or statistics as to why cold calling is going to disappear. And I'm not romantic about cold calling at all. I defend it because it's a medium that's under assault. And if you want results faster, if you care about speed to results, it's going to speed up results for you when you're working on opportunity creation for sure. And what's interesting to me is that there's a group of people who will tell you not to give up the phone and that you still need the skill set of cold calling. And they will also tell you, that same group, that you should use every single medium available to you, which means you should be asking for referrals. You should be asking other salespeople you network with to make an introduction for you. You should be using LinkedIn. You should be using the social channels to build brand and share insight if you've got the insights to share. You should be going to networking functions and conferences. You should do every single thing available to you. And if your company has the money and a marketing budget, you should be using television, radio, newspapers. There's no medium that should be off limits for you, regardless of what it is. And over time, we continue to add more mediums. We've now added the smartphone. And we've added apps. We've used all kinds of things to connect with people and to share our insights and to generate new opportunities. But it's interesting that they call these things facts. And one of the facts that I saw cited twice today is that 84% of buyers are using a referral from someone else to begin their buying journey. And when you read things like this, you just have to be so careful to think about, what does that statistic mean? And then you have to go and click through some links and find out who gave you that research, who produced it, who were they talking to, what were they studying that they came up with this. So if you think about this and just think about yourself and think about common sense, what does common sense tell you? If 84% of all B2B sales began with a referral, if that's where the buying journey began, then if you go to your pipeline right now and you open up your Salesforce.com or Pipeliner or Pipeline Deals, whatever you use, inside that, maybe you have 10 opportunities, maybe you have 100. Whatever the number is, if it's 10, 8.4% of those should have come to you by referral. And if you have 100, 84 of your deals should have come to you by referral, where someone referred somebody to you and made that kind of an introduction for you. And if you have 1,000, that means 840 of your deals came from referrals. Now, I don't know you, and if you're watching this, I know that you care about sales and you're interested in something like this, but I would say the number of referrals in your pipeline is something closer to 0% than 84%. It might be 3%, it could be 5% if you're hustling, it could be 6%. But it's not 84%. There's no way that it's 84%. And you just have to look at stats like this and think, how could you believe this is true when every bit of your experience tells you that it's not true? And you hear things like, people don't pick up the phone anymore. But if you actually dial the phone, you know that more people are actually picking up the phone now, and it's easier to get a hold of people because they just don't get that many calls anymore. And I own businesses and I don't get very many calls. So what I want to challenge you with here is, don't eliminate any medium. Don't eliminate the phone. Don't eliminate LinkedIn. Don't eliminate other traditional methods like conferences. Definitely don't eliminate the idea of calling somebody and asking for an introduction or asking one of your clients to make a referral for you. You want to use every medium available, and you want to add mediums. And it's interesting to me that the social media group loves Gary Vaynerchuk, and they love his hustle and they love his use of social, and I do too. But I can promise you one thing about him. First and foremost, he's a salesperson, and if he wasn't getting what he wanted because of his oversized brand and over-indexing on all the platforms, he would not be afraid to pick up the phone and call anybody that he wanted to meet, especially if they weren't on the social channels and he wasn't going to get their attention there. And if you want to model your career after a social salesperson, then you're going to have to think very deeply about how you create enough opportunities, because it just doesn't generate enough opportunities fast enough for most people to do good work. Should it be part of your toolkit? Absolutely. No one would tell you otherwise. And me and all of my peers, Jeb Blunt, Mike Weinberg, Mark Hunter, we all use the social tools. We all believe in it. We even teach people to use them, and we teach them how to use those to nurture relationships. So be careful. There are lies, there's damn lies, and then there's statistics. And then there's a group of people who want you to believe that you don't have to do what you have to do to succeed because they make money that way. So be careful. Cold calling still exists. It's still a useful tool for you. And don't listen to anyone who tells you anything to the contrary. I'm Anthony Iannarino. Hit subscribe. This is Everyday.